Hey guys, going to be doing something a little bit different today. Normally I do stuff about music, specifically kind of perform, but today I actually want to talk about something very different and off topic, and that is entertainment. Well, still along the lines of entertainment. So, um, movie, the upcoming Spider-Man movie, Far From Home. Now, this is not like a prediction of what I'm expecting to happen or anything like that. Just kind of a personal opinion of what I want to happen and kind of why I want it to happen. So there's obviously all this talk about is like what's Mysterio's deal going to be. It's like obviously he's known as a villain, but he's being played up as a ally from another universe thing. And so there's speculation that well, yeah, the universe thing is kind of going to be a thing. It's like there's the Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, which I haven't seen. That's probably the one Spider-Man movie I've not seen. And then I also heard a rumor about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man kind of having some kind of announcement pending, which I thought that franchise was long dead a long time ago. So it's seeming like they are opening up a multiverse thing. So the whole Mysterio coming from another universe thing seems to really fit the narrative. But of course, it's expected he's going to be a villain because he's Mysterio. He's supposed to be a villain. So, here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want it to be all just a grand trick, a grand scheme, and he's actually creating these illusions of the elementals or all this stuff. He's creating all this stuff on his own for fame and glory or whatnot. I don't want that to happen, even though that's, from what I understand, more aligned with the comic books. But what I more personally want to happen is for him to actually be completely genuine, completely sincere with his coming to the canon universe to help. And it's like everything that he said is true. It's like he's really is his homeworld was destroyed by these things, and he really is trying to help save the world. And so then what I want to happen is near the climax of the movie, when him and Spider-Man working together are able to save the world, then he's like, something happens along the lines of Spider-Man gets the majority of the credit or something along those lines, where it's like he feels kind of underestimated, overlooked or something like that. Maybe something he's now realizes he came here a refugee, and the entire time he's here, he is like got a purpose, of mission, and now that he's accomplished his mission, he's like, it dawns on him he can't go back, and he's got to assimilate into this world. And I think that's a good opportunity for him to kind of be like struggling with assimilating into this world. Prior to defeating the elementals, he's all been just focused on defeating them, so it's like he's not had to worry about, but now he's having to worry about assimilating into this world, and he kind of feels more victimized, more like, well, my world is destroyed, and I came to this world, and I saved this world, and they're not respecting my culture that I had back home. And so something kind of works with him in that regard, where he starts to despise the world that is, I don't want to say our world because it's not our world, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe world that are pre-established. So he's kind of angry with how he saved this world, but isn't appreciating now he's got assimilated, and he doesn't want to change his ways. He wants to change this world to what his world was. And so I think that would be an interesting character dynamic. And then him and Spider-Man start butting heads, and then the betrayal of him betraying Spider-Man doesn't feel like just Spider-Man's been led astray, but he's literally been betrayed. He had a friend who was genuine and sincere, who then went off the cuckoo and then just betrayed him, like just straight up betrayed him. So, and then I think going on from there with Mysterio's character, I don't want it to be a just like one and done villain. I think this would be a great villain to kind of take up the role of Loki, the villain that just except kind of in reverse, whereas Loki just started off malicious and deceptive and then just eventually became more good. I think it would be good for Mysterio to start off good and on the side of the heroes, but then just over time become more conniving, more deceptive and evil. And so it's kind of undoes the Loki story arc, kind of plays that antonym of that, but then still he keeps appearing in the Marvel films as Loki did. So I think that would be a great dynamic to his character, where yes, he is from this other world, yes, these are things that destroyed his world, and yes, he is coming to save the world, and that is his purpose, his intention, but then when he's accomplished his mission, he realizes he can't go back to his world, and he doesn't fit into this world, and so he tries to take over this world, and starts working with illusions or maybe a lot of his magic is in illusions, but still starts using that for personal purpose instead of saving this world. And then rather than just be a defeated and killed or done away with villain afterwards, I want him to continue to appear in the universe as that kind of villain of he's mostly a villain, but we've also got history with him, and he's like a close friend of ours, and so he's like a brother, like Loki was to Thor. He's like a brother or mentor to Peter, and so there's the intimacy, but yet he's a villain, and so it just becomes complex. I think Loki would just be a good model for him. So yeah, again, this is not a prediction, this is not what I'm expecting to happen, but it's what I think would be a really good idea of what to do with his character. So yeah, that's kind of all that I've got, just shoot fire thought. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, God bless.